In North Carolina, baseball isn't just a pastime. It's woven into the very fabric of the community. It's a shared passion, a source of local pride, and for many, a way of life. From the smallest towns to the bustling cities, the crack of the bat and the roar of the crowd echo through the spring and summer months. For Cal Raleigh, growing up in this environment, baseball wasn't just an option. It was destiny calling. It was in his blood, a legacy waiting to be embraced. His father, Todd, a former college player and coach with a deep understanding of the game, made the Diamond Cal's second home. It was a place of learning, bonding, and shared dreams. From his earliest days, barely able to hold a bat, Cal was immersed in the game's rhythm and language. He absorbed the nuances, the strategies, and the unwritten rules that define the sport. While other kids were content to spend their afternoons playing video games indoors, lost in virtual worlds, Cal was outside, fueled by an inner drive, swinging until his hands hurt, chasing fly balls, and catching until dusk painted the sky with vibrant colors. He learned the art of catching, the mental toughness required to endure long innings, the leadership needed to guide a pitching staff, and the sheer grit to block every ball in the dirt. By watching, listening, and doing. He was a student of the game, constantly seeking to improve. Western Carolina University's fields became his classroom, a proving ground where he honed his skills, where he absorbed invaluable lessons from seasoned college athletes and the strategic mind of his father's teams. Cal's unwavering work ethic was forged early on. Nothing was ever handed to him on a silver platter, and he understood that talent alone wasn't enough to reach the pinnacle of success. He spent countless hours practicing in the shadows, away from the cheering crowds and the watchful eyes of scouts. The daily grind became his ritual, a testament to his dedication and unwavering commitment. It was the solid foundation upon which he would build his dream to one day play in the major leagues. Every single day, he pushed himself to be the hardest worker in the room, the most dedicated player on the field. This relentless drive, coupled with an unyielding love for the game of baseball, would become the bedrock of his burgeoning career. Cal Raleigh's journey, from the small-town fields of North Carolina to the grand stages of professional baseball, began with sweat, sacrifice, and a burning dream that refused to fade, no matter the obstacles in his path. Cal's next test came at Florida State, where he faced fierce competition and had to prove himself all over again. He learned to command a pitching staff and lead by example. Drafted by the Mariners, Cal entered the grind of the minor leagues. Long bus rides, small towns, and relentless pressure. Slumps and setbacks tested his resolve, but he leaned on his work ethic and never let failure define him. He became known for his tireless preparation and leadership, always putting in extra hours to improve. These trials didn't just sharpen his skills, they forged his identity as a tough, intelligent, switch-hitting catcher. Cal was becoming the player the Mariners needed, resilient, driven, and ready for the next challenge. In July 2021, Cal Raleigh's phone rang, changing his life forever. It was the call to the major leagues, a dream realized after years of dedication and hard work. The jump was brutal, a stark awakening to the realities of professional baseball at its highest level. Facing faster pitchers with velocity and movement he'd never consistently seen before, higher stakes where every game, every at-bat carried immense weight, and instant scrutiny from fans, analysts, and the ever-present media. Cal struggled, the weight of expectations pressing down with each swing. Ultimately, he was sent back to the minors, a humbling experience for any player. He faced the darkest doubts of his career, questioning his abilities and his future in the game. Instead of giving in to despair, he went to work, determined to prove everyone wrong. He dedicated himself to refining his swing, identifying weaknesses, and rebuilding his confidence brick by brick. He focused on the process, trusting his preparation, and preparing for another shot at the big leagues. Back in the big leagues in 2022, he was a different player. Cal was transformed, more relaxed at the plate, more confident in his abilities and ready to contribute in a meaningful way. He started to hit with consistency, showing the raw power that had defined his minor league days and tantalized scouts for years. The ordeal had tested him in ways he couldn't have imagined, but it hadn't broken him, it had forged him. He emerged stronger, no longer just surviving in the majors, but thriving and making a significant impact. Cal's journey through failure and redemption, through doubt and perseverance, ultimately made him the player he was always meant to be. He proved he belonged, not just as a big leaguer capable of contributing, but as a leader in the clubhouse and on the field. The grind of the majors, the constant pressure and competition, became his proving ground where he showcased his resilience and determination. Cal Raleigh was ready for his moment, ready to seize the opportunity and ready to lead his team. September 30th, 2022. A date etched in the memories of Mariners fans forever. The weight of a 21-year playoff drought hung heavy in the air, the Mariners' playoff hopes teetering on the edge. The city of Seattle held its breath, a collective anticipation palpable throughout the stadium and beyond. Every heart pounded with a mixture of hope and trepidation. Bottom of the ninth, the tension was almost unbearable. 2 outs, full count. The moment of truth had arrived. Cal Raleigh stepped to the plate, the weight of a city on his shoulders. Years of relentless training, countless hours in the batting cage, and unwavering dedication had led to this defining moment. He dug in, trying to block out the deafening roar of the crowd, and focused intently on the pitcher, locking in on every subtle movement. One swing, the culmination of a dream. A crack of the bat echoed through the stadium, a soaring home run arced through the night sky, and 21 years of pent-up frustration and longing instantly vanished in a wave of pure elation. The stadium erupted in a frenzy of unbridled joy. Cal rounded the bases, a hero's trot filled with destiny, mobbed by his ecstatic teammates, a sea of celebrating Mariners. He was now a city's hero, forever enshrined in Seattle sports lore. This was far more than just a home run, it was the triumphant culmination of a lifelong journey, a testament to perseverance and unwavering belief. Cal had delivered the single most iconic moment in modern Mariners history, a moment that would be replayed for generations. In one powerful swing, he irrevocably changed the narrative of a franchise and cemented his place as a true legend in the hearts of Seattle fans. The hero's journey had reached its ultimate reward, a moment of pure, unadulterated triumph. Cal Raleigh returned not just as a player, but as a symbol of hope and resilience. His story resonated with Seattle, a grinder who overcame setbacks and delivered when it mattered most. Big Dumper became a badge of honor, inspiring young athletes to persevere through adversity. Cal's leadership behind the plate set a new standard for the Mariners. He became a cornerstone, shaping the team's identity and culture. Cal's journey is proof that hard work and heart can create legendary moments. He inspires a new generation to chase their dreams, no matter the obstacles. With every game, Cal Raleigh reminds us all, anyone can change the game forever.